Yo, what is good, Knicks Nation? Welcome back to Knicks Media. This is Richie, and in this video, I want to give you guys my thoughts on the report from this morning from Bleacher Report, Fischer, saying that the San Antonio Spurs' asking price for point guard Dejounte Murray is around 3 first-round picks. Guess who has a plethora of draft picks in the next couple of seasons? 11 first-rounders to the next 7 years to be exact. And I want to give you guys my thoughts. Obviously, we knew Dejounte Murray was on the trade market leading up to today, but now we get some type of idea of what the asking price is from the San Antonio Spurs. Fischer said this on his podcast on Spotify. If you guys want to check it out, I'll link it down below in the description. So yeah, guys, I want to give you guys my thoughts of this. Should the New York Knicks pursue Murray in the trade market this offseason, or should they stay away and go other routes? I'll give you guys my thoughts of that in this video. Before we hop into it, I just want to mention, if you guys are new to Knicks Media, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I got a lot of Knicks content coming your way all throughout the rest of the offseason, and of course carrying over into the season. And if you guys enjoyed the video, please do not forget to thumbs it up. And if you want to check me out over on Instagram and Twitter, that is at NYKnicks_media. With that being said, let's get right into the video. So Murray is now available on the trade market. We all knew that. Now the big question is he worth giving up around 3 first-round picks to get? Yes, he is. I think that this is the type of player that the Knicks have to be aggressive in pursuing. Now, we saw in the past couple of seasons, especially in the offseason NBA draft, Leon Rose and his front office team, it really feels like they are trying to set themselves up to be in a position to acquire a star via the trade market. And I know that Knicks fans are going to say, yeah, Richie, we've been hearing this every single offseason. When is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? Well, we saw evidence of it in the NBA draft. The New York Knicks traded away that 11th overall pick to get 3 future conditional first rounders, and we eventually did that trade with the Charlotte Hornets and the Detroit Pistons to get off of Kemba Walker's contract. So we're shedding off cap space and we're acquiring more draft capital for the future. The New York Knicks feel like that whoever was available at number 11 in the NBA draft was not going to move the needle enough for them. So we all know that the Knicks are linked to Jalen Brunson in free agency. We all know that. There's a lot of reports talking about the Knicks trying to shed off cap for Jalen Brunson. But we also have other options out there besides Brunson in the trade market. Murray is available, and that's saying that the Spurs would want around 3 first-round picks tells me immediately, like, wait a second, we have so many picks to be able to throw at the San Antonio Spurs. The Knicks, you got to give the Knicks front office a lot of credit to being able to be in a position to be able to afford a star if he becomes available in the trade market. And I really feel like that's been their philosophy the past couple of seasons, is continuously trading down in the NBA draft. They did it last year, did it the year prior, they did it this year to make sure that they're stockpiling their picks. You know, last year they traded down a little bit and they got that Charlotte Hornets first round pick that they eventually flipped for Cam Reddish. Now and I remember last year I said the same thing. When we traded down, I was like, okay, they're punting on that pick. They want a future first round pick. So not really they can use it for a player in the NBA draft next year, but to trade for a veteran. And that's something similar of what they're going to try to do with all these picks. Newsflash, a lot of these picks are protected. They're not as valuable as we think. And I don't think that all 4 of those picks are going to be conveyed next year in the NBA draft. But they are picks that we can definitely package in sending for a guy in Murray. So would Murray be worth giving up 3 first-round picks and maybe even more? I think so. I think this is a player that's 25 years old, coming off a phenomenal season last year with the Spurs. I mean, getting into his numbers, he played 68 games, 21.1 points per game, 8 rebounds, 9 assists, 2 steals per game, 46% from the field, 32.7% from downtown. I mean, this is a player that averages nearly a triple-double. He's only getting better. He's entering the prime of his career. He still has 2 years of control on his contract for not, a lot of money. Then you're going to have to obviously pay him a lot of money after that if you want to keep him long-term, if the Knicks do indeed trade for him. But I really do feel like that this is where the New York Knicks have to be aggressive in the trade market. They've been setting themselves up in a really good way to be able to afford a guy like this, because without all those trades that we've seen the past couple of seasons of them trading down and acquiring more assets, even throwing the Kristaps Porzingis trade because we have the Dallas Mavericks pick next year. It feels like we've been waiting for the Knicks to finally be able to trade for a star. And I feel like the Knicks front office is waiting for the right opportunity to present themselves. And they're trying to build this team in the short term, like, shedding off cap space, making sure that we're stable, right? Last year, we obviously tried to bring the entire team back after going to the 4th seed. That did not work out. So this is an opportunity for Leon Rose and the New York Knicks to make a splash. Why would they not go all in on Murray? Why wouldn't they? It's not like we don't have the picks and the ammunition in order to get it done. Like, if you flip it on its head and you say, like, okay, well, I would love Murray, but we can't get him because we don't have any picks in the future. We only have 1 first next year, then a first the next year. We only own our own picks. Well, that's not the reality here. We have 11 first-round picks in the next 7 years. 11 second-round picks in the next 7 years. 22 picks in total. That is something that you need to take advantage of if you're Leon Rose. You came to the New York Knicks to attract stars. You have not done that yet. This is Leon Rose's opportunity to prove to Knicks fans that he has an actual plan here, that he has an actual grand plan where he's going to be attracting stars. Because I've said it over and over again in this video, you got to give the Knicks credit for the ability to stockpile ammunition. But at the same time, none of that matters if they do not actually use those assets to go out there and be aggressive and acquire a star via the trade market. And this is a really crazy opportunity for the Knicks, in my opinion, where I feel like Murray coming to the New York Knicks, partnering up with RJ Barrett, Obi Toppin, Randall, quickly, the young core that we have with Grimes, even Reddish, that would be a really big difference maker. He would also be cheaper than Jalen Brunson in terms of contract-wise, but the price that you have to pay over Brunson is you have to give up a lot of picks. Brunson, you don't have to give up a lot of picks, even though we kind of do, because if you think about it, the Knicks got to package some picks with Burks or Noel to get rid of their contracts in order to even afford Brunson. But I prefer Murray over Brunson. But at the same time, Brunson feels more likely because you don't have to trade for him and you don't have to agree on anything with the Dallas Mavericks. You just have to sign him and take him away and offer him more money. Whereas Murray, you have to blow the San Antonio Spurs away with an offer, because the Spurs are definitely not going to just trade away Murray for nothing, but we have the ammo to get it done. So I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Is Murray a type of player that you think is worth giving up 3 first-round picks? Hell, throw in a 4th. Throw in another first-round pick. I don't care. Get this guy to the New York Knicks. I feel like he would be a difference maker, and the Garden would absolutely love him. Averaged a damn near triple-double last year, and he's 25 years old, only getting better and better, entering the prime of his career. Bring him to the Knicks, sign him to an extension after his contract is up, and I feel like we're good. We got the point guard that we've been waiting for. He was developed beautifully over there in San Antonio, and I feel like he would thrive with the New York Knicks. You guys can tell I'm all in on Dejounte Murray. I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Would you want him to be on the New York Knicks? Is he worth the asking price for the San Antonio Spurs, around 3 first-round picks? Or would he rather go a different route, pursue Jalen Brunson in free agency, or do neither and do something else? You see someone else in the trade market you're more interested in. I love to hear what you guys have to say down below in the comment section, so please comment your thoughts. Like the video if you guys enjoy, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Let's go Knicks. Peace out.